Hello and welcome to Film Fanatics. On today's show we are joined by director Olivia Baldwin, who is anticipating the release of a new film, Beyond the Grave. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about the background of your film, without giving too much away, obviously.
My media product is a 5-minute film in the genre of horror, and after researching the genre of horror it became clear there were conventions and aspects of the genre which categorised it and made it recognisable as a horror. In terms of the plot, there are various subgenres for horror, such as psychological, paranormal, science fiction, religious and comedy horror. I chose the subgenre of paranormal/supernatural, as I felt this was the easiest subgenre to recreate and form a story around, which was understandable to the audience within 5 minutes. The convention of this subgenre, in terms of characters, should depict someone who is fairly normal-looking, fresh-faced and relatable. The casual look of this character doesn't suggest that anything unsuspecting should happen or occur around them, therefore tricking the audience. Due to this, I chose a young girl around the age of 17 who dressed in casual clothing and lives in an average home to create the same effect. The other character, the supernatural being, should have a negative first impression on the audience. The first sighting and the reason behind the supernatural occurrence should be confusing to the audience and should be revealed later in the film. I recreated this by revealing the supernatural being very early on in the film, on a seemingly normal night trip to the bathroom. The reason behind this appearance does not become clear until the main character has a flashback of her childhood with her sister.
Sounds thrilling. There were various settings and location in the film. Talk me through those.
The setting in the subgenre is also key, as the home of the main character is a popular choice. For example, in Paranormal Activity, all the activity takes place in the home, making it relatable and more real for the audience. This is similar to my film, as the first few scenes of the film take place in our home. As a result, symbolic items such as a photograph of the family in a frame can be focused on to provoke questions to its significance. I also used other similar surroundings, such as a school and a little park, to connote themes of young, innocent children, a place where people usually feel safe, which is juxtaposed with the supernatural happenings. The end scene unnerves the audience, as it is unclear where the main character actually is and how she got there. It leaves the film on an uneasy ending, therefore the audience continue to question it after they've watched it.
I must admit, my favourite aspect of the film was the music. How did you execute it so efficiently?
For supernatural horrors, it is non-diegetic soundtracks which build up tension and suspense the quickest. It guides and manipulates the audience through various emotions of anxiety, fear and tension, as the soundtracks can change and switch emotion dramatically. These soundtracks also mislead the audience by building tension into a climax, which doesn't end the way the audience expected. I've done this by using music soundtracks from Audio Network and editing them non-diegetically behind the film scenes. Additionally, I have used shorty audios of loud bangs, drones, which I have edited underneath, where the supernatural spirit appears, which is repeated throughout the film to add further suspense and tension. It increases the pace of the film and distorts what the audience think of the supernatural character into a negative and confused state.
The film was also distorted due to the editing. That flashback scene was very effective.
Yeah, editing for supernatural films is used to further distort and warp what the audience think is reality into a falsely recognisable world by questioning their beliefs in the supernatural. Quick cuts are used when there is a high level of action involving the supernatural character. Also, the camera could be edited where there are small sections cut out or blacked out using a fade. For my editing, blackout fades were regularly used between key scenes and setting changes. Additionally, the flashback scene had the most editing, as I wanted it to be clear to the audience that there was a time change. To do this, I added a time edit which layers and plays the same scenes over the top of each other at different times, so one layer is slightly delayed. The effect of this is that it plays on the theme of time, and the movements within the scenes are distorted, adding to the subgenre conventions. Additionally, it plays a trick on the audience, as their eyes are used to seeing a sharp and clear image. They have to work much harder to understand it.
You should be very pleased with the end result, and I recommend this film to all with a horror sweet tooth. Thanks for coming in, Olivia.
Thank you as well.
That's all we have time for on Film Fanatics. Tune in next week when we've got the guests such as Mel Gibson and Jennifer Lawrence. Thank you and good night.